What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. It's me, your boy Hen, and I'm here with the number one stunner, my beautiful wife, the lovely Shireal.
Oh my god. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Why you say it like that, babe?
Cause you OD.
I was trying to give you like that great, grandiose introduction.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Y'all, we are back with another episode of Marriage Unmastered, and we are going over our 10-year celebration. It's 10 years of marriage this coming October. So leading up to that, we're going through each year of our marriage with every episode, right? And we are in year three.
This is year 3.
Oh yeah, so a lot happened in year three. Um, dang, where do I even start?
Well, it's simple. Year 3 is when we got pregnant.
Mm,
So here's the thing about this whole situation. It was not like easy for Henry and I because we actually thought that we couldn't have a baby.
mm,
So we had it was actually like more like year 2.5 going into 3, but 3 is when we had our baby. But leading up to it, we had decided we wanted to have a baby. We were still staying at his parents' house, so that
mm-hmm.
was interesting. But we felt like we couldn't get pregnant
Yeah,
because we had made a decision and then we had started trying and nothing was really biting. Um, so we had got like a little nervous. We started going to doctors to see, you
hmm
know, who whose fault was it.
yeah. I remember that vividly. Going to the doctor's office, they had to take like blood samples. My it's called semen, right? Semen samples,
Sperm.
sperm samples.
My God.
Yeah, I just had to make sure I had the right verbiage to check.
I'm sure it's semen and sperm is the same thing.
Well, yeah, to check. I think semen is when you're dealing with like a rape case or something like that. But
Okay.
anyway, that was a bad reference. They had to check. They had to check my people down there to make sure we was operating good on a good level. And thank God the test came back positive. It was like, sir, you're at the correct level, literally. So I was like, all right, all right.
So then, of course, I thought it was something wrong with me. And it could have been a lot of things wrong with me because I had definitely throughout my life been on all kind of birth control and stuff that could have messed up my system or whatever. And so I thought, and then for a long time I thought I didn't want kids. So I thought maybe I was being punished because I had said it so much. Like literally when me and Henry started talking about marriage, I was like, "Well, would you be good not having kids? Because I don't think that's necessarily my route." And then like
Yeah, yeah, y'all. She tried to Angela Bassett me like I'm not having kids.
Angela Bassett,
Angela Bassett has like two kids, but they are what you call it when somebody else carries the kids for you.
a surrogate, but that isn't. What
Yeah,
does that mean?
like you was on top of your career move, and you was like, I don't want kids, and
But people with
what?
surrogates want kids. Why are you trying to say why that doesn't make any sense?
Okay, what I'm just trying to say is you didn't want kids.
Right.
It ain't like you came to me like, are you okay or not? You was like, I don't want kids.
And I
Like
did ask you,
you were,
I said, are you going to be good
but you were
being married to a
vehemently.
person that don't want kids? Because that's probably not in my future. And then you said yes, which was not true, clearly.
I no 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 no. I didn't say yes.
You did.
I looked at you and I was like, I'm okay with it. I would like kids, but I would be fine if we didn't have
Bro, when
children.
we got married, okay, so you said you would be good.
I,
Exactly.
no no no. I said I desired children because I used to tell you I wanted five, but I said I would be fine if we didn't have
5.
children because I loved you so much.
Yeah, okay. Like I
Like
said, homeboy said he was good with no kids. So,
Oh my gosh, here we go.
That's what you said.
Continue, Sherelle. Continue.
Oh my God. Either way, we were both on the, oh, I thought we were on the same page of not having kids. However, Henry tricked me, and then eventually we started deciding to we would have kids. So when we went that route,
What? I tricked you?
you definitely tricked
Sherelle,
me.
how did I trick you into having children?
It was just the way you was being.
First of all, it takes two to tangle.
It
Number
it
and
wasn't
I'm
about the tangoing.
but okay, so boom, let me hit you with this fact. At your book signing for me and my man's wife, shout out to Sherelle, y'all. She's an author. Go out there, Amazon, Books a Million.
Okay, get to it.
Get Me and My Man's Wife by Sherelle Renee. You're gonna love it and enjoy it. At the book signing, the host asked her a question and said, "So what's next?" And you declared in front of that whole big old crowd of over 250 people, "I want to have a baby."
I don't remember that.
I remember that
You just be making
because
up
you shot
stuff.
no, because you shocked everybody. You shocked me, and I was like, "Yo, is this really happening right now?"
Okay, I don't
And then
remember that.
and then I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I think you got pregnant that night.
Okay, so you skipped a lot of things first. So back to the fact that after we decided we were going to start trying, it wasn't happening. It just was not working out. And we had went through the whole cycle of, trying to figure out whose fault it was. We figured it out it wasn't Henry, so then next was my test cuz I guess apparently it's easier to test if it's the man or not. So the women's test could be a little bit more invasive. So when the first thing I had to do, the doctor said before we do anything, I had been on birth control for years, like years. So he was like, "You need to get off birth control." Well, I had gotten off, but he's like, "You need to be off birth control for like a certain period of time." He was like, "So first you want to get off, make sure like that time lapses. I don't remember exactly how long it was." He's like, and then you want to start like having sex regularly.
Hmm.
Now let me just remind y'all, we were living in his parents' house, so that wasn't necessarily something that would be like easy to do. Like however, I remember like being very adamant, like every day at least before we went to bed, like we had to have sex.
So let me chime in. That was the most best and like worst times of my life.
What?
And I'm gonna tell the best because I was like, oh yeah, Mary, I get the bum bum every night. Okay, it's on. But then it became like difficult because I was like, sure, I'm tired. Like you be like, come on, Harry, and I was like, wait, I wasn't ready in my Kevin Hart voice. It was it was fun, but it was just like, wow, this is really work. Because
Well,
no,
I'm
not
happy to hear this.
no no no. But you gotta understand where I'm coming from. Like it was tough because it's a mental thing also, not just physical. You know what I'm saying? So on top of like working, us doing things together, trying to build our marriage, and it was like, all right, it was a chore also. Not a chore, but it was like a task. Like I got it. Like it goes to another job because you want to make sure you're successful when you do it.
Well, this is all sounding quite taxing. I don't understand.
I'm just saying, like I was like, it was just a lot, and I was like, wow, this is really a lot. Like producing a baby and trying to have children. It ain't
It
as
sounds
easy.
like you're saying the fun was not it.
No, the fun was definitely in it. I'm just saying it was just like, wow, this is really a lot. I guess when you don't think about having sex, it's like whatever. But when you think about it and it's like you're doing it for a purpose, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Like a task.
In a sense, but not bad. Like
Don't try to fix it.
I'm not trying to fix it. Like, cause I definitely wanted to be there, and I was there.
I hope you did want to be there.
Yeah, and I was present. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God. Oh my God. Anyway, you got a lot going on in your throat today. Excuse him, y'all.
Pause.
It's a lot going on.
Pause. You talking crazy.
Okay, anyways. So finally we're having sex every day. I've been off the pill, I would say at least 2 or 3 months.
Really? Okay.
It was a while, like, because it was months that was passing and nothing was happening. And so I had gotten like really sad. Like,
Mm.
I was like, wow, like I literally can't have a kid. Like, I honestly thought, like, I don't know, like something was wrong with me, or like I said, or I was being punished for being the type of person that I was, which was really
Yeah, don't even go into that.
okay. So, anyways,
You're an angel.
okay, that's fine, but whatever. Anyways, so I had um I had gotten really sad about it, and but oh, okay, so a couple things that happened. I had lost a bunch of weight. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like start eating right, working out, like trying to like get healthy for this baby that I want. And I had lost like a bunch of weight, and got into like really good shape, and then like still nothing was happening. And I remember one particular day I went to church and I was like praying to God, like, please, God, let me get pregnant. Please, 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 God. I really want to have a baby. I really want to get pregnant. And like the next weekend, me and Henry went to Coney Island with my dad and my uncles and I got toasted. I was just drinking everything. We was riding roller coasters. We was riding the rides that flip you upside down.
We was eating like Tostito things from like they call them tacos.
I,
We was eating
I
crazy.
was taking Jello shots. We was literally because like it was like a Coney Island bus trip. So like you had to get on the bus, and on the bus it was like everybody had liquor, and so pretty much got really really wasted. So then that next week, like I had like the worst kind of like bladder stomach thing. I thought I had a bladder infection. I was like, yo, I must have ate something crazy or drank something crazy from Coney Island. So I
Mm-hmm.
called my doctor. I was like, I gotta come in, like something's wrong. So I get to the doctor, and the doctor does the test. He comes back in the room. He's like, well, good news, you don't have a bladder infection. I was like, oh great. So what's wrong with me? Like, he's like, you're pregnant. And I was like, huh? I was like, no, can't be. Like, I literally was drunk yesterday. Like, I was like, there's no way. Like, he's like, well, I don't know what happened yesterday, but you're pregnant. And he's like, so I had taken, I don't know, like, I think just like a urine test. He's like, but let's go in the other room so we could, confirm it, which was like when they give you the internal ultrasound. And so Henry came in the room. No, no, I'm skipping. So first he's like, well, you have to come back. That's what it was, because Henry was with me. Because Henry wasn't with me when I first got the news. So before he's like, you have to come back. We'll confirm it. Like do the internal ultrasound. So I left. And I called my mom. Did I call you first or nope? I called my mom because I told you in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I called my mom and I was crying. I was like, Mom, they said I'm pregnant. And my mother was like, No. She was screaming. And I was like,
Like, was that a happy note or?
she was happy. She was
Oh,
super
okay.
happy. Like, the first baby, everybody was happy. Like, it didn't get till later when people started acting crazy. But um, she was like super happy. So Henry was home. So when I got to the house, I think I had the paper or something because I gave it to you. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
And so I remember you opening the paper and you looked at me like, stop playing.
I remember that.
Like, what were you thinking?
So for me, when you brought me the paper, you were like, for one, you were nervous and you was like crying. I thought something was like wrong at first, cause like just the way you looked at me, we were in the back room and you were sitting down and I was standing up. You gave me the paper and I was like, eyes mad wide, bugged out, like for real. We about to have a baby. I hugged you. I was like, oh my God. I was so happy. And I think you were still in shock from the news because you was like, are you okay? Like, are you happy? And I was like, heck yeah. Like, I was just ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, I'm about to be a dad. We about to be parents. Even though it hit me, but it still didn't like hit me. It was just like, here you go, sir. Yeah, I finally did it. You did step one.
Oh Lord. So the next, like within the next, oh my God, Jesus, get some water. Like within the next couple days, we ended up having to go back to the doctor to do the internal ultrasound so they could check and make sure, I guess, things was going according to plan.
Uh huh.
So me and Henry go together to this appointment, and doctor does the internal ultrasound, and then he's like, "Okay, now I'm gonna let you hear the heartbeat." Literally, like this child was not even a child yet. It was like a dot,
Mm.
but it had a heartbeat. And like when he turned on the speaker for the heartbeat, me and Henry looked at each other like,
Yeah, it was
I was like,
crazy.
wait, there's a heart in my belly. Like like there's
Wait,
a heart in my
but
belly.
remember when you were talking to the doctor and you were like, "Is it okay?" He was like, "We were doing a rise and a drink," and he
Oh,
was
I
like,
know.
the doctor was like, "He's fine." He was flipping with you, and your stomach like, Ain't no problem. He's all right."
But I felt awful because I literally was like drunk. Like literally like getting like really, really wasted at the park. But like I just couldn't. So I felt awful, like, oh my God, like
It's not that
I could have
bad
like
though.
killed my baby. Like I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh, you can't.
but the crazy thing is the week before when I was at church, so we had found out I was like 6 weeks pregnant
Yeah.
at when we actually got the ultrasound. And so that means when I was in church like crying out to God to like let me have a baby, I was already pregnant.
Mm,
And it's
that's
like
dope.
I know, right? And so like I don't know, it was just like super weird, like the fact that how everything just happened. So it was definitely summer. So like after that, that's when we're like, okay, we definitely gotta move now. We can't be living with your parents
Fact.
with no baby. So like immediately just like because if we were looking for a house, so that's another thing. That if y'all follow us and y'all know anything about our house journey, we're talking about year 3 of our marriage. This will be year 10. This is how long we've been looking for a house. But anyways, so we were looking for a house while we were staying with his parents, and then that ended up not really working out. So now that I was pregnant, we were like, okay, we just got to go anywhere. Let's just get an apartment. Like we can't be here
Mm-hmm.
with a baby. So we ended up getting an apartment. Let me just tell y'all, my pregnancy with my son was like living on cloud nine. Like this kid was like the best baby in my belly ever. I never had morning sickness. I never like had mood swings. I was always happy. I watched happy TV shows. I laughed all the time. I was just like in a joyous place. It was just the most.
Oh, and all you wanted was like home cooked food. Remember?
Oh yes, that's literally. So I remember 2 meals that I wanted all the time when I was pregnant. First of all, and Henry, my fabulous husband, used to get me good every single morning. I wanted bacon, eggs, and biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like I just wanted bacon, eggs, and biscuit, and the
That's
flaky Pillsbury fluffy
yep.
biscuits. That with bacon and eggs, that was the breakfast of champions for me. And then for dinner, I just liked meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
Yep. That's probably why Jay like bacon to this day. Like he like bacon
But he also
sauce.
loves meatloaf.
Yeah,
He loves meatloaf
I remember because I was always making like that.
every
The
day. That was my
the
breakfast.
home fries. Like you was getting like banging. Like I'm talking about like Cracker Barrel breakfasts
Listen,
every morning.
literally the best pregnancy ever. Ever. I was all belly. Like, it's just the best pregnancy ever. Up
She was
until he broke my water.
Yeah, Jay was a G. He didn't even. It wasn't even time for her to get to have
I
him.
was 39 weeks And I woke up in the morning, like I thought I peed on myself. I got in the shower and I was like, how am I still peeing? Like I didn't understand what was happening. So by the way, for anybody who watches the movie and your water breaks and it's like this big flood of, that didn't happen for me. It was like a slow leak.
Hmm.
It's like a slow leak, and I didn't know what was happening, and it wouldn't stop. And I was trying to pee, and it wasn't pee. And I was like, "Wait, did my water break?" I didn't even know what happened. And Henry had just left for work, and I called him. It was like 6 in the morning. I was like, "You got to come back. I think my water broke."
Yo, let me tell you that call. It was so intense. I was at work. I said, I got to go now. My wife water broke. They was like, I said, I'm not talking. I'm leaving. You better find somebody else to like work. They was like, all right, go, 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 go. I was out.
And then from there, I was in labor for 27 hours.
Yeah. What happened? Jay wasn't ready to come out, but he broke your water.
They just kicked my water and broke. I was dilated 4 centimeters for like 20 hours. And then eventually got a fever, so they had to do an emergency C-section because they didn't want like an infection or whatever. So I ended up having to get a C-section because homeboy was not budging. And honestly, right now to this day, he does not like to leave his mommy's side. So he is still my little cuddle buddy. That's still my little cuddle buddy. Anyways, that's our time, y'all. Year 3 is all about pregnancy. I think next episode is really year 3.5 because we honestly got pregnant the next day after we had
Shut up,
Jay.
Sherelle.
So,
Yeah. Thank y'all for listening. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
bye.